And yeah, it definitely will continue to improve. All right, into the feeder we go. Almost a full complement of positive relationships. So we've done a good job on relationships. Our mastery is horrifically bad. The number of things that we have upgraded is shockingly low. Hopefully we can kill ourselves a harvest child, get ourselves a creature den.
Rancid crop grows unchecked and abhorrent.
It's a lot of hoarders. Okay. I feel like the loathing has been out of control on this run. So I like this. I don't want to pick up 2 loathing for an oasis. So resistance encounter into assistance, into watchtower, into lair, into hoarder, into second watchtower. It's all hoarders. All right. Well, I guess we have a plan.
Consider all variables, but do it quickly.
Yeah, it's quite a bit worse than no more guaranteed sluices. I feel like half of games don't have sluices.
Once she had a sliver of decency.
Hello, antiquarian. Antiquarian. I kind of feel like tank aim is not worth it here in this situation with Snappy Swig and Smoldering Hymnal. I prefer just click and travel to just riding the road. Yeah, I understand. That's more of like the FTL style Furio, and I totally get that. I don't really want to take the riposte here, but I guess we just do. To no one's surprise, it was a brutal hit. I think there is something interesting to the travel mechanic that could be rewarding in the future with a bit more work. So I'm kind of not entirely a negative on it, but I agree it's not quite there yet. Certainly, Dismas has a couple of positive tokens. God, the healing is so good. I mean, like, we can just finish this guy off and we will get a 9 heal and then...
Straightforward.
Yep.
And effective.
The hold forward only run. I can't say I'm too sad about that particular loss, but I understand what you're saying. I think, like, that's something that will be easily modded in the future, so I'm not too worried about it any. Like, you know, people will be able to bring that sort of thing back. So I'm not, you know, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But yeah, that was an interesting concept back in the day. All right. And just like that, we survived an antiquarian. I'm excited for an antiquarian bauble, honestly. Celebrated Chalice is my favorite of the antiquarian rewards. Clenching Claws, you had a good run. Thank you. I don't think we're going to be... This is the final region. So Clenching Claws isn't getting utilized. I mean, I think you just... Yeah, I think you just mod it to make the decision, to tell you what decision to make, as if you were going straight. Right? Hey, Bray! How's it going? Okay, who has... So wait, so you are friendly. Okay. I don't like that the actual quality of the relationship is overwritten by the positive relationship, I will say. So let's see. So you are 16-14. You are 14-17. You are 16-17. All right, we'll do it this way. Yeah, but I don't suspect that the solution would be to actually remove the choice entirely, but instead just change the way that it gets presented, so people can do it if they want. I think that's plenty. A little disappointed we didn't get her sorted out. Where are my crits at? Let's see, you're 4-4, you're dead. 7-14, 7-14, yeah. So, pistol shot catches up. So now I think having an unupgraded double tap is a waste of a slot. And usually I upgrade pistol shot pretty early in the proceedings. So... I forgot to readjust his skills. We still have Courageous Abandon weirdly hanging out. Snappy Swig is definitely still active, but you wouldn't know it. 4-7 means we take a riposte. I think I'm fine taking it over here, so...
Simple variable, easily resolved.
It exists, Any. We've done that fight. That mash is in the game, and we have done it. And it was hilarious because I had Snappy Swig and Smoldering Hymnal in that run too, and I blew up 2 of the eggs on the first action by Dismiss, and then I think I used my Jester to Encore Dismiss, who then killed the other 2 eggs. It was an instant kill, but it does exist. Let's see. So... this route is better. So yeah, we go Hand to Watchtower to Lair.
See the debris ahead? That is where they'll
Better to get 2 fights here and skip the Loathing, I think. It's one of my favorite fights, Any. It's pretty hilarious when it happens, for sure. Gonna do this because that gives Boudica the chance to maybe get this kill. She failed. And for that, she'll be shamed for the remainder of her days. Yeah, I think that that has the potential to lead to some very bad feelings by people, Any. Like the first time someone gets a truly random encounter is gonna be is gonna fill some people with rage. Courageous Abandon is a tricky one. But yes, I think if I wanted to make it look, I would use upgraded Stand Fast to get a bunch of tokens and then dump them. But I have not tried to make that work. Why didn't you do that last time? Dummy. Oh, I don't have Bellow on now.
A petty hindrance.
So I mean, even the first Darkest Dungeon didn't have fully random compositions of heroes. That's a level of variance that I think is verging on pretty deadly game design. Like, I don't think you're gonna make people you're gonna make a lot of people unhappy with pure randomness. Wow, no crit token. Should not have let this guy go again. I don't know what my plan was there, but never punished.
Greater threats await those who dare.
Desperate few, maybe all hoarders turn into random encounters. That could be interesting. Does anyone need all that speed? What are you rocking right now? Probably better than what you have. Excuse me. I'm a sneezy boy today. Yeah, Dead Ringer's not that useful, so making you go faster. But then the question is, if we're going for that, I mean, Astroglass Flute has been doing a good job managing our stress. I might swap to Snap Judgment for the final boss, though. You're 74 flame. We do have a long way to go, though. I'll do the plus flame with the single combat items. I think that's fine. Now, is this our second watchtower? No. How much danger are we in? Okay, we can take the +1 speed once. I wish that watchtowers didn't give +1 speed, or you could decline it on heroes. Look who's a speedy plague doctor now. Yeah, I mean, I think I will say, like, I think the game has RNG, but I think that pure RNG is not is I think romanticized, but not necessarily actually fun. Like, I do not think that pure RNG is conducive to fun, is what I guess I'm saying. And even though Courtyard was never RNG, the encounters from the DLC were random. So they were... I mean, there are times for randomness, you know? Like, I think that's the thing. But, like, judicious application of RNG, I think, is a wise way to go. The infection encounters replace them. The Shambler is always 1% in full darkness. Oh, yeah. But I mean, I think that's the case in this game, too. The Shambler can show up as a random road fight, and it is probably 1% here as well. It is surprisingly rare.
A spark.
Greater Cleansing Sensor, I might swap in on Barristan. Getting rid of Spoken Sharply for the lair is potentially a question mark for me. Oh, that's actually, I know how we handle the Harvest Child. Thanks for the scout we already had. I think what we do is we put Boudica in the front row, we toe to toe, and then we give her the cleansing sensor, because she has disposable stuff.
I trust you have calculated your odds carefully. This will not be easy.
Yeah, you want, so Bray, the way that I would describe it is that games of this nature you want players to feel a sense of agency, right? You want players to go, I made good decisions, and my good decisions were the difference between me winning and losing. And in its most common form, pure RNG does not contribute to that feeling. Instead, pure RNG makes you feel like the game did you a kindness, or you fell victim to the game. Exactly, Bray. But I mean, that's the thing. Weird reconstruction, excuse me, is a great example of RNG that has a place, but is also one of those things that, I mean, like, as a player, I avoid. Right? I do not see the benefit of weird reconstruction, and I try not to run it, except in absolutely desperate times. Yeah, true entropy is anarchy, but it's also kind of like arguably not great. Okay, we do still have lethal feint. I was wondering about that. Like, I don't run true entropy because pure RNG is not good for gameplay from a consistency perspective, which is the way that I'm playing the game, right? I'm trying to maximize my consistency. Snappy Swig is on holiday. Sorry to say.
A petty hindrance.
Festering Vapors is super annoying there. Oh, and you're ordained, so it lit us on fire and plagued us. Lovely. Well, at least we get to try out the Iron Swan. Lethal Feint is crit on miss. Bray. Yeah, Snappy Swig took that entire fight off.
One less obstacle in our path. Sweet reprieve. Until the
Let's see.
Before you.
The problem with Cleansing Clasp, and we talked about this before, is Taunt needs to become a neutral token. They need a third type. So they need positive, negative, and neutral, from my perspective. Because right now, Taunt being cleared by Cleansing Clasp means that it's not very useful. I think we can get rid of Raven's Reach, get rid of Wolf's Blood, get rid of Minor Sharpness. Yeah, Lethal Feint is quite good. I mean, you do have to miss for it to be useful, which means that, you know, you missed, and that's not fantastic. So let's see. So for this fight, and this fight only, we toss this here. Actually, I think Celebrated Chalice. Oh yeah, it is just straight up better there. Okay. Put that there. Looks like Linen probably isn't the bee's knees here. We'll do this setup. Don't really need the Ablative Powder. We're not going to take it to the final boss. I think there is an argument for Immobilize to be neutral. I think that Taunt should definitely be neutral.
Prepare yourself. The landowner's manor. Do you hear the child's cries?
Do I hear the child's cries?
The enemy weakens and
Luckily, I do not. She does get to go, which is kind of a bummer.
Brilliant conclusion.
Good hit, though. the dodges. They do all the things you'd expect them to. I did not change skills. That's actually... That's not great. Where did your other riposte go? That was an interesting one. So the question is, I think we are better off, even though we can kill both of these, we're better off killing the lady. Just because of turn order. Yeah, we still have Ounce of Prevention on too. Not bueno. Taunt is negatively colored. I think Combo is neutral. I don't think Combo is a special token in general because nothing seems to apply to it. Except things that explicitly mention Combo. But yes, Combo would be another good neutral token. Don't mind that one bit.
Elementary.
Elementary, my dear Watson. So Innie, I think you're kind of misunderstanding. Like, my argument is not, and I don't think anyone's argument is that that the game should have no RNG in it, right? There are certainly plenty of RNG elements in Darkest Dungeon 1 and in Darkest Dungeon 2. But you have to be very careful about being like all RNG or full RNG or uncompromising RNG, at least from my perspective. Like, I think that's the key. So, like, mashes, as an example, I think are going full RNG on mashes is dangerous. Not the results that we wanted to get here. I guess Brilliant Brew against the boss is pretty good. But
the harvest is here.
The harvest
Pity
is
those with a place
here.
at the table.
The resist there is a bummer. But we will be able to toe-to-toe. And she has good debuff resist, so... Okay, good resists. We can't move, which is lovely. There's not a lot of value to taunts in this fight. There's a little value to taunts. Wow. This thing has, like, no resists, and yet here we are. Now this will expire right after she acts. So I'm just going to keep stacking it. If you create a foundation, you end up with the best strategies inevitably. Occultist is their motto after all. Let's see. I think we do this to mitigate a little bit of the damage of the maw, and we get some damage back in. Okay. If all we did there was get rid of a vulnerable token, I'm okay with that. Oh, we got a blind token from, I think, Clenching Claws here. That's pretty funny. Smoldering Hymnal and Snappy Swig. Did I miss the memo on them no longer working? We're going to be just fine, but... we will take another maw here. But our front line is quite durable. So does this token go away? Yeah, it does. Okay. Noted. All right. Yeah, so I love that innie. Bray, you can't combo anything with cultist trinkets, of course, because they require both slots. But yes, how cool would it be? That is one thing that I think from a design perspective they need to revisit. Is I believe that it is totally worth it for them to reconsider these so that to equip them you have a third slot that needs to take a Dark Impulse and then strip the stats from the Dark Impulses. Because in its current form, I don't think it's working quite as intended. So let's see. Gain on crit heal, blah blah blah. I don't think kitchen knives are it. I think it's Noxious Brew, but I think Astroglass Flute is better for now. Don't need that. Don't need that. A little bit of move resist on the final boss isn't bad. All right. Yeah, maybe it could grant a negative quirk anytime you did it. That would be pretty cool, innie. Like applying a Dark Impulse to a hero causes some type of downside, like the generation of a negative quirk. I think this may be the lowest mastery run I've ever done. I know it's not over quite yet, but like this is getting insane. We're coming up empty on mastery, big time. Rat Skull is big, to be sure. Greater Sharpness Charm is also big. Galvanizing Goblet is also big. Do we just go full bore here? So Snappy Swig moves to Boudica, who is fast enough at the moment, thanks to Celebrated Chalice. And then Boudica, but Boudica has to keep Celebrated Chalice. So then there's not really a place for Greater Sharpness unless we consider it better than Smoldering Hymnal. But I don't think we do. Maybe for the boss we do. Gonna get Rat Skull no matter what.
Baubles, paid for in blood.
I think we can probably safely do this. The Astroglass Flute is good, but we, if we're critting enough, it doesn't matter. And then, do we take Galvanizing Goblet to replace... I mean, replace the Greater Heartseeker. It is pretty good. Hold on, let me go back for a second. Don't use Snap Judgment. See my comment above, especially if you get the Rat Trinket. If you get Snap Judgment on the Plague Doctor, the Highwayman's Smoldering Hymnal will never proc. Ah, yes. Yes, good point. Yeah, so Snap Judgment is probably bad because it will eventually invalidate Smoldering Hymnal. Yeah, and I think we're better off with Galvanizing Goblet anyways. So we'll keep that for now. Probably should have put this Dark Impulse on someone for that last fight. But I think Galvanizing Goblet is worth it because Paracelsus is still struggling a little bit, and I don't think the speed is that important. I actually might want Paracelsus to be a little slower. So we can do that for now. Okay. I will pick up the Ichor Bomb because we got money to spare. And I think that's everything that we're interested in. Okay. What's our torch at? Wish I could have checked that. 93? Okay, I'm glad I didn't buy anything. Okay, so we do want to go to the creature den, even though we got the rat skull on at the moment. We might shift things around for that. I think Watchtower, we don't really care if we get faster, so we lose a little bit of... Are we even rocking Clenching Claws anymore? No, we're not. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go Watchtower into Resistance, into Assistance, into Creature Den. Resistance, assistance, yeah, okay. It does add up.
Righteous and decadent, the landowners and peasants alike descended into an orgy of consumption.
More blight dealt and duration on your Plague Doctor is set up and ready for the boss. Yeah, that is probably... We'll probably swap in Noxious Brew to go with Galvanizing Goblet. Doesn't Galvanizing Goblet have a benefit if you have a Noxious item equipped? Yeah, we've already scouted everything. We know. No, it's a if you're healthy, you resist. Okay. I will do... We don't need another hoarder here.
The road ahead is washed out and strewn with rocks.
Strewn with rocks. Well, it does look like our current stream is at least holding for the last hour and 14 minutes. Good news. That's not a bad combat item to put somewhere. I'm gonna keep the Ichor Bomb just because they stack up and that will be nice. The anti-venom might get used. We'll just do this one. We'll get the defense token. No reason not to. Okay, we get ourselves an ambush. 9 damage. Well, let's put it in here. Where are my Snappy Swig or Rats? Oh, that was... No, we didn't get Rat Skull because Boudica, of all peoples, is too fast. How curious. Probably 1.5 Treasure Hunter. And if we die, ooh, unfortunate. Where in the world are my crit tokens, game? Like, across the board, they're just MIA. He is corpulent. Gosh, I can't catch a break. We haven't upgraded toe-to-toe either, so we don't have a good winded removal. And since Snappy Swig has decided to take the day off over here. Oh, you're not fast enough. Is that because we... What is the buff that is -3? Winded. Oh. We have to be careful with winded. I didn't realize. Yeah, we may need it. we may need it. I really need to readjust skills. I am doing some very silly things at the moment. Thank you, Crit Token. Where have you been all my life? At least we can get him from Lethal Feint. For the chance of just having this fight be over, I will do that.
Persistence will
Okay, let's fix our skills. I'm getting lazy here.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these.
Poison Ring is sadly no longer worth it. Used to be good. Those used to be really, really good. Do we have a no hospital? So we are unfortunately going to be going in with a disease into our next run. Okay, you're fine. This should be replaced by this. Should be replaced by this. Should be replaced by that. All right, now we're good.
Myriad options require.
Hey Rosie, I use a fair number of different builds. I would say I have my go-tos. Do you want to take one loathing? There would be 2 loathing. I think it's fine. Let's. I'm gonna go to the middle hoarder here because we get some stress heal out of it. Yeah, I heard you like hoarders, so I put hoarders directly adjacent to your other hoarders so you can hoard things while your hoarder is also hoarding things. Seems like a thing that is currently happening. Yeah, a few more Ichor bombs would be good for the final boss to kind of like move through it quickly. Good gravy. I'm floored by the amount of healing solve that the game has decided to introduce us to. I don't think any of these are impactful for the final region. We already have 6 healing solve.
An elementary problem, is it not?
Well, at least everyone agrees we're going to the creature den. Now, I don't think I'm going to risk the rat skull in the creature den. That's just it's just a bridge too far for me.
Analysis is invaluable until it becomes an excuse for inaction.
I think kitchen knives are better. We might get a resist on. We might get a blight resist on Paracelsus, which could give us an extra action. It's a pretty low percentage. If the hoarder's always the same man, then how do you explain 2 hoarders? I mean, it's clearly. Have you seen the movie Multiplicity? I think it starred Tom Hanks. Oh no, it wasn't Tom Hanks. It was it was Keaton. Right? Yeah, it was Keaton. Michael Keaton? Yeah, Multiplicity is the answer, though. Let's see. And then for this fight, I think we're good. Oh. Have to ruin some relationships for this mastery, I see. How did I know it was going to be a... How did I know it was going to be an ambush? Wait, I took off Grape Shot. That's not what I meant to do. Alright. That's annoying. The creature den should be 100% RNG. I could get down with the creature den being a little scarier. I think that could be an okay change. I can do with that. Unfortunately, we're gonna have a very hard time getting rid of the winded on you. What is with Snappy Swig? It's turned into Snapless Swig. I don't like it.
One less obstacle in our path.
I'm just gonna do this because I want to get the stress heal off of it, and I wasn't able to reliably target anyone else, and I'm not too worried about taking some hits. Yeah, I could see, like, from the creature pool, I could see it being totally random, and that being an interesting dynamic. Like, I don't think it works, like, you know, that, like, a shambler could be in the gang, but... okay, Rosie, what I said was that I certainly have preferred builds that I run with some consistency, but I do not have... I would not say that I am... I don't shy away from trying different builds, so... A random clapper could be okay. That wouldn't make me too angry. So here's my plan. I kind of want her to take some hits. Kind of want Boudica to take some hits. The thinking being that if she gets low enough, we can use Adrenaline Rush and we can get rid of her woundedness. Okay, we need to... we are actively waiting. Are you just dead, though? You're just dead. All right, well, we much prefer that to happen next time, so I guess we will just heal her. Which means no getting rid of the wounded. Oh, man, you're really going to give me... This is like worst case scenario. We're going to lose our whole turn. All right, we just gotta roll the dice and try and get the kill early here. Yeah. Can use up our whole turn. Jerks. I guess that was my own fault. I did bellow that doggo. Grape Shot Blast, my kingdom for a Grape Shot Blast. Yeah, Bray, I think... I'm curious if they decide that that was a failed experiment. I think that the problem with the Bounty Hunter is that the Bounty Hunter interrupts team building, and they've made building the relationships of your team really, really important. So bringing in the Bounty Hunter kind of has a hidden cost associated with it that's pretty significant. Like, since 1.0, I haven't even used the Bounty Hunter. You know what I miss? I miss Grape Shot Blast.
A trifling matter.
That would be an interesting way to handle it. Like, you want to play with the Bounty Hunter? Fine. We're just gonna remove him from the game and make him an enemy. That would be something. Should have hit back here because the blind would have paired well with that. This guy's probably gonna eat. I want this guy to hit her, so I'm gonna leave this open, I think. Let's just not have him eat again. Get rid of the corpses. Hit Boudica. Not correct.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
We did ruin a bit of Spoken Sharply there that we could have benefited from.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
But I'm going to keep trying to get her some damage. I guess at this point, the winded doesn't really matter. Now I just want to heal her up a bit. But I probably just use battlefield medicine for that. You have 0 death store? Alright, so you're already dead. So we should just... Well, you have to attack. Unfortunate. Alright. Stress heal off that was good, though. But yeah, I'd like to see him just made a full-fledged member. Ooh, removing diseases and 2. That's a great get, because we did pick up that disease on Barristan. So, that's pretty clutch. Alright, so we're in on an exemplar now, aren't we? I have not been thinking much about the exemplar. We'll put this here. Where'd all our smoke bombs go? Did I use them for something? Are death cap spores better than laudanum? Probably. A little sad we're going into this exemplar a little below full health.
Your wheels, they have nothing left to give.
Your wheels, they have nothing left to give. I love the personification there. Like, it's the wheel is trying so hard. Let's see. Yeah, where's... Wrong skill there. There's not a lot of value in having Magnesium Rain, but I'll leave it. Okay. I'm hanging on to that for the final boss, Bray. I'm going to use the fire one instead. I'd rather have that on the seething sigh. Oh, wait. Oh, no exemplar, because it's only chapter 2? Noted. And this, right here, is why I like pistol shot. Regen is annoying there, but we are overcoming it, so we just have to do more damage. Blind here is annoying.
Early results are encouraging.
Yes, Bray, I decided to not let that happen. At this point, nah, we'll save the smoke bomb for the cultist fights that we have to do in the mountain.
An unavoidable end.
I'm not going to risk it here. I think, well, I guess we're going to get the, we'll get the... You didn't see anything. Delete that comment. Consider it deleted. And by deleted you mean brought back up again so it's on screen, right? That was what you meant when you said that. Weird how that works, right? Let's get a nice big heal here.
Victory supposes strategy. Press on.
We have Rat Skull, but I'm tempted not to use it anymore. Nah, we'll save the smoke bomb.
Malaise, measured and steady.
Don't love that hitting everybody, but... I think you're below half, which is good. Free potential stress heal there. Alright, that was a pretty perfect end to this fight.
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm. An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn...
What do I think about the encounter in the mountain region before the boss? Added value or just bothersome? Not super exciting, I would say. Plus 50% damage per negative token. Can't really make it work. I think that it is good that from a content creator perspective, it is good that the mountain is longer than just the boss fight. Because it means that I can make an episode out of it. Whereas that's not something that I would be able to do. Hold on. They're trying to flood my inventory at the 11th hour so that I don't get the smoke bombs they're about to give me. Okay, and by smoke bombs I meant clotting poultice. That sounds about right, Bray. But yeah, I think that they're good because they flesh it out and they make it a little bit more interesting. But it's a pretty minor benefit. All right, 2 more mastery there. At least we got a little bit of mastery. Holy cow. We have been hard fought for mastery. So for the Seething Sigh, I think we do struggle a bit. I think we pick up Improved Defender. We struggle a bit with Taunt with this team. That's the thing. We definitely get Improved Grape Shot Blast. And then we're going to be deciding our tokens based on... I think we need that. We need that. I really want Crush. Yeah, I think we want Crush. Okay. So we know where we're going. Wainwright.
But only one leads beyond it.
Let's see what if anything our baubles can be good for. Touching Dirges, 2 of them. It's a little late now, unfortunately. But these are pretty... This haul is very lackluster. We're definitely going to buy the Stimulating Pulses. And I'm going to put them all on Dismas. Well... Yeah, I guess... If we keep our relics up, which we will probably, she'll have enough speed. Yeah, so double Stimulating Poultice on Dismas means that we can use the Rat Skull reliably. The extra crits will go crazy, so I think it is worth doing. So now he's at 17 and you're at 10. Wow, fast team, right? Put the healing there. I'm undecided if we're going to use Spoken Sharply. Do we have any steak and taters in here? No. She bleeds herself, so we'll give that there. I don't want you moving.
Your coach must be maintained if it is to carry
now,
you where you must go.
We're already missing out on the benefit from the baubles, but I said we were going to do Rat Skull here. So let's shift things around and see what this looks like. Rat Skull, Snappy Swig goes here. And then for the final boss, Kitchen Knives gets replaced with Brilliant Brew. And then do we keep Spoken Sharply? That's kind of the question. I don't think there's any other trophies that we want. Hey, Moth, how's it going? How is it going? Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look at relationships and see how we're doing here. Those all look good. You're just not going to get any better than this. It's very unlikely that we're going to take you guys all the way up. So relationships are looking really good. We could top some off to get some guaranteed relationships if we want. But I think I'm going to do the travel healing I mean, having the initial mitigation isn't bad, and it doesn't change anything.
Always welcome.
So let's see. We just have to stay above 50 relics. That's the only one that is particularly important. Well, we could roll the dice on some amorous ballads if we wanted to.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
I'm watching how much money we're spending, but yeah, let's see. What do we have for negative quirks that we don't like? Unyielding is kind of nice, but let's see if we can get rid of something. Necrophobic going away is great. So let's see. So a 19 between you and Barristan. Let's start there. Get that up to a 20. That means guaranteed positive relationship, or 95%. You and Dismas. And I said I was going to buy the Amorous Ballads, and then I didn't. Just got to stay above 50, which means I think that's pretty much it. So, bad relationship is this 14. So, Barristan, Dismas. Big money, no whammies. Ho-ho! Alright. Good stuff. So now we have two 18s, which is a little awkward. Because moving an 18 to a 19 doesn't do anything. And then one more here. Would the chance trinkets be improved if they did good and bad at 100% chance? I'm not sure I fully understand what you're suggesting there, Innie. That one kind of melted my brain. But all right, let's see. So I think we've done everything there is to do. I don't want to spend any more money. We can technically spend 9. But what would we even spend 9 on? Knotted rope is 12. Yeah, we're not getting anything out of this. Okay. So we are ready to go. There's a 75% chance, 25% of bad. What if the good 75 and 25% of bad was guaranteed? What if it did? Oh, interesting. That is an interesting concept, Innie. Here, hold on. I'm going to use the restroom really quickly before we do the mountain. Be right back. All right, we are back. Things are looking pretty good. We have a good selection of combat items, some that will come in more handy than others. We've spent our money, I think, relatively well. Trinkets are looking good. We've definitely enabled Rat Skull and Snappy Swig. Spoken sharply, I'm a little lukewarm to, but that's okay. Okay, let's get going.